Bad leadership. In my personal experience, I learned more working in a company with bad leadership than working in companies that had great ones. And I'll tell you why. Before there was Facebook and social media and smartphones, I didn't really have the resources and the education to know what leadership is. I just knew in my gut that the way these people are treating their staff and the way they're treating me is not right. Like, there is another way, surely, to run a business. By observing and experiencing what terrible leadership was, I knew I never wanted to be that kind of leader. The reason why that experience was so valuable to me is that I did not let it kill my spirit. I knew that they do not define me, and I'm going to take these lessons, and that this is how not to run a company. I'm not surprised in the least that the company went into administration just a couple of years later after I left. It's kind of like being in a bad relationship or bad marriage. The contrast makes you so clear. It gives you the crystal clarity on what you actually do want in a relationship and what you do appreciate in a relationship. It creates that clarity of, I never want to go through this again. And it's the same thing when you're under bad leadership. Do not let it kill your spirits. Absolutely get another gig, find another company to work for. Sometimes that's not always possible for people to do right away. And that's why it's important not to let that define you, define your worth. It's important not to let that affect your spirit, and that you just take it as a learning lesson. And that's why when I have worked in companies that had great leadership, I really appreciated it. And I learned from that too, but not as much as I learned from working in that company with terrible leadership. I knew that if I was ever to have my own business, exactly how not to be.